all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content. That's when the trouble started. I was watching their podcast. They had these 3 hosts, and as I was watching them and listening to their incredibly boring and soulless conversations with one another, my eyes just started to get so heavy. It was so bizarre. I tried to fight it, but their content was so sleep-inducing that I eventually passed out. I woke up in a daze. I was laying on the floor. My trousers were pulled down to my knees. There was a terrible aching from my butthole and a smell of cat piss. It was just everywhere. When I realized what had happened to me, I just felt dead inside. I didn't sleep. I didn't talk to anyone. I just couldn't feel clean. My name is Petrifying Pumpkins, and I'm a PSVR Without Parole survivor. It all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content. That's when the trouble started. I was watching their podcast. They had these 3 hosts, and as I was watching them and listening to their incredibly boring and soulless conversations with one another, my eyes just started to get so heavy. It was so bizarre. I tried to fight it, but their content was so sleep-inducing that I eventually passed out. I woke up in a daze. I was laying on the floor. My trousers were pulled down to my knees. There was a terrible aching from my butthole and a smell of cat piss. It was just everywhere. When I realized what had happened to me, I just felt dead inside. I didn't sleep. I didn't talk to anyone. I just couldn't feel clean. My name is Petrifying Pumpkins, and I'm a PSVR Without Parole survivor. It all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content. That's when the trouble started. I was watching their podcast. They had these 3 hosts, and as I was watching them and listening to their incredibly boring and soulless conversations with one another, my eyes just started to get so heavy. It was so bizarre. I tried to fight it, but their content was so sleep-inducing that I eventually passed out. I woke up in a daze. I was laying on the floor. My trousers were pulled down to my knees. There was a terrible aching from my butthole and a smell of cat piss. It was just everywhere. When I realized what had happened to me, I just felt dead inside. I didn't sleep. I didn't talk to anyone. I just couldn't feel clean. My name is Petrifying Pumpkins, and I'm a PSVR Without Parole survivor. It all started when I was browsing YouTube one day. I'm a huge virtual reality fan, so when I was searching for PlayStation virtual reality in particular, I found this YouTube channel called PSVR Without Parole. I noticed they were pretty big and they had lots of views, so I decided to check out their content.
What the fuck is this?
And we are live, Giuseppe. And look at this. Can you see this?
Oh shit!
I looked right in. I got a light up there now. What do you think? I can't read. I didn't. I shouldn't have looked. I shouldn't have looked at the light bulb.
Hold on.
I looked at the light bulb, and now I'm dazed.
That face.
You know,
that glowing
that face.
That glowing.
Nobody was meant to see this. Nobody was meant to see this.
Man,
oh,
we'll never be able to unsee it.
Nick Mew, you're safe with your family, Gyson. I think I need to tune away. I can feel my jacket freezing. What is going on in the chat? Is Gyson dying?
He's up in the snowy mountain somewhere. I have no idea. He needs help. Someone help Gyson. He's stuck in a cage. Send out the dog with the little alcohol barrel on his necklace. Get him up there.
Hiltzy. We are all survivors, but for the love of God, keep your pants up. It's not like I had a choice. It's not like I had a choice, Hilsey, all right?
It's trousers, Hilsey.
My trousers is right. Is that a monitor?
With the... Let's get already boring people enough.
All right, whoa, calm down, all right? Anyway, seeing as Decepticon's in a hurry, welcome to episode number 14 of Touching Tips. I am Petrifying Pumpkins, and I'm joined, as always, by...
Petrifying Pumpkins.
You want to introduce yourself? No, I'm not joined.
Decepticon. I'm Decepticon.
Why are you leaning off to the side? Get in the middle of that camera. You know? Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding?
I'm trying to show my.
They see
I can't see.
All right, they see us. Okay, calm down. All right. Jimbo
in the chat.
How's it going, Jimbo?
In the chat.
Sup, Jimbo. How you doing? Decepticon. Before we get into the topics and stuff, I believe we do a little plugging in the beginning, but you got something. You got something viable, tangible to plug right now.
Do I? What do I got? What is it?
You got something.
What is it?
You got an
album with 12 songs on it?
Hold on a sec.
On all the things?
Hold on a sec.
Who is this?
We got ourselves a donation from David Station. He's going to charge us back. He's going to charge. He's been charging back all these donations.
Apple Station.
Feed your child. I've got 2 of them donation. I've got 2 of them children.
They're $2
put
for
an S.
Child.
Put an S at the end of that child. But thank you very much, Dave. I do appreciate that.
What the fuck is this?
There it is. Feed your child. Chopped is here. How are you doing, Chopped? And Germ.
Yeah, I have an album, and it's out. It's on all the things. Go listen to it.
What
Decepticon.com.
Decepticon.com. There is a link to that in the description.
They'll take you there. They'll take you there.
Do us.
It is a list of things.
You don't even have to pay
whatever you listen to, you choose in that list. You know.
There you go.
It'll show up.
There you go. And who's that? Somebody's sopping wet. Xavier D is sopping wet. Xavier giving them
drenched?
The D.
He's drenched.
Decide which one you want to feed with this $2. Oh, damn. I face this decision every day. Which one goes hungry tonight?
You need to build a terrorderm and have to battle it out for donations.
Just put one potato in between them and they got to fight over it. You know?
Dangle it on a cord. Pull the cord out when they go to reach for it.
Jerem says, sick album. There you go.
Thank you, Jerem.
Some compliments. I find it nice and relaxing to listen to.
It's a mixture. Yes, a little aggressive support on there, some chill songs.
El Pasión. El Juego. How you doing, Miguel?
How you doing? Never do those noises again. I just heard licking in my ear.
Yeah, well, if you watched it, you would have seen licking. You know, I haven't even listened high yet. Oh shit! Yeah, I bet that's a transformative experience.
Transformative experience.
Not that Decepticon would know because he's clean now. He's off the wagon. Or on the wagon? I can't remember which is the correct term. Anyway, I'm going to plug my things, which is the Patreon and the Discord, both links in the description. You know what they're about, if you want to check them out. And the first topic, which we will now briskly move into, is Half-Life. So last week... Oh, shit.
Whoa, donation.
Oh, shit. A donation from Chopped.
Donation.
Here. Now you can feed the other one. Thank you very much, Chopped.
So who's getting $5 and who's $2?
Who's getting $5 worth of spuds?
Man.
You know?
Feel bad for the toddler with 2.
Ooh. You know, I'll give it to the whichever one's looking thinner. I'll give the $5
Give the $2 the one that doesn't sleep.
Hilsey says, where can I hear that album? He doesn't know where he can hear it, Decepticon.
Decepticon.com. Decepticon.com.
There's a link in the description. There is. Can you check that description? Make sure I put it in there. I think I did.
I can't scroll down right now.
Whatever then. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Johnny Rypop. How you doing, Johnny? Welcome.
Johnny Rypop in the chat.
Chop says you can't be doing that gross shit under that bright light. Well, you know what? You asked for the bright lights, and this is what you get.
Bill's
maybe not you, but somebody.
The crack of the door in his room is shaking his head.
He's just looking at that tongue going 90. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's who my daughter's with right
now. Christopher Hart says a Half-Life Alex looks incredible. Yes, it does. Can we all agree? Can we all agree that
everyone in the chat definitely agrees?
Can we all agree that the best part of the trailer though is when they move the rubbish out of the way and like grab the bullets and load the gun? Right? That's the coolest thing. I don't know why it looks so cool because we can do that already, kind of. But
grabbing all the thing, grabby hands now, and I got grabby hands.
Gravity hands. Shot sounds good. Decom. Let's go down. Okay, everyone's saying hello. Anyway, Half-Life. The last time.
Hello.
Got that pregnant glow. Thank you. So yeah, we got postponed this week. We're supposed to be live Wednesday. unfortunately, the babies were unwell. They were unwell, so I had to postpone until today. They're all good now.
Giving them diseases.
Got them diseases, you know. You got to make them sick to make them better, you know.
Got that
H1Z1, H1Z1, you know. They're turning into zombies. Zombie outbreak starts in Ireland.
Zombie swine.
Excuse me. But yeah, so episode 13 was, we knew that the Half-Life trailer was going to come out, but we hadn't seen it yet. So now we got a delayed reaction to the Half-Life trailer. Decepticon. Have you even played the original Half-Lives?
All of them.
Oh shit.
They're good.
David Segerson.
Man, feed the pumplets.
Enters the feeding competition.
Now you can give the other one $2. Now they're closed. Now one has $4.
Okay, so $4, $5. I'll take $1 for myself. And $4 each. There we go. Now we're thinking.
There you go.
Thank you very much, David Segerson, and I hope you're well. You know, welcome. I'm just going to wait for the thing to pop up because it's going to interrupt me. You know, I've got profound things to say.
Nice.
There it is.
Looks good.
There it is.
All them games are always fun.
So you have played the other ones. You've played the originals. Would you agree? Oh, did you play them when they came out, or?
I did.
Did you find them as?
A lot of college time got spent playing Half-Life.
Did you find them revolutionary? Decepticon?
Oh yeah,
they were
pretty good then. They were pretty solid then. Quake was a big thing at that time too.
Hold on a sec. Who's that? James Rice. How you doing, James Rice? Why am I here at this time in the UK? And why do I loathe this show so much? And why do I work for an Irish company? Tell me everything about yourself, James Rice. I'm interested.
Do you know this James Rice?
No.
Does he live near you?
Well, he lives in the UK, so he's a lot nearer to me than you, but no, he doesn't. Just joined the Discord, said official I Am Chaos. Welcome. I hope you'll submit clips. Oh, I gotta talk about that too. Remind me when we get to Firewall about the submitting clips. Anyway, Half-Life. I think reception, you know how when people, it was like that knee-jerk reaction of everyone giving out, God damn it, David Segerson won't let me get a sentence out with these with these donations.
I get $2 now, so I better get that $2. You know what? I want that $2 right
okay,
now.
$2 on the way to Decepticon. Feed Decepticon to he's a pumpkin.
I didn't even eat yesterday.
He's wasting away. Look at me. Look at all the fat I have here. Look at this. And he's skin and bone. This guy's skin and bone over here. I'm eating all his food. And I don't mind, you know. I'll do it. No problem.
What the fuck is this?
Let me refresh this thing in case it's not working. Where is this? There it is.
Pete Hawkins with the $2 now.
What?
It's just everybody.
I thought that was the David Segerson thing. Jesus Christ. And a handful of muesli for the muesli. God damn. Thank you, Peace, and David Segerson. Again, amazing. Who is that? I hate purple. Why has it got to be purple? Zach Wilder, how you doing, Zach? What is the cheapest way to play Half-Life, Alex? I'm assuming it's going to be the Oculus Quest with that link thing. Would I be right? Would I be right? Giuseppe, Decepticon looks warm by that fire.
Oculus Quest link? Quest with the cable?
Yeah. Would that be the cheapest way to play it?
But is it able to? Probably. It just depends on your PC, right?
I think it's been confirmed that. Yeah, well, you got to have the powerful PC. So if you already have that, it's not too bad. But if you don't, then it's like a big investment.
Probably Oculus.
You know. But yeah.
Or the Vive, they got a plan. What was it for a used one? It was like $400 or something like that.
You're gonna have to tell me about this reference from Nick because I don't understand. Salute your shorts.
What's this? The worst thing about the show is I know now Decepticon looks like the bully from Salute Your Shorts. The bully.
Should we Google this? I kind of feel like I should Google this. Deej now with the $2 he does.
The red-haired kid from Terminator?
What?
What the fuck is this?
The red-haired kid from
Don't
Terminator?
forget Phil. I won't forget Phil. You know, we'll give him a spud. I'll roll us in his door tonight. He'll wake up, there'll be a spud under his pillow. He'll put a big smile on his face. And it'll be from you, Deej. So thank you very much. Anyway. Half-Life... Well, I don't even know what we were saying.
Next topic.
No, come on, we were saying something. What the fuck was I saying? I don't know. It's not coming to PlayStation, which is kind of making me salty.
Definitely not coming to PlayStation.
But, that's what I was saying. So, do you feel like now that we've seen the footage, have people kind of turned around a bit? Are they more accepting that because it looks really cool? Or have you still seen lots of negative reaction?
It was the same. I think the same people that already hate on VR were like, this looks silly. Why is it VR only? This is dumb.
Yeah, I hate the ones who are like, I have to have a thing on my head for hours. And it's like, come on.
I've never tried it, but I hate it.
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
yeah. And the people saying like, "Oh, I'm going to get motion sick," and they're the people who talk like real super nasally, and you can almost hear.
Spending that much money for a headset at that point, you know what I mean? I'm hoping you've played VR before.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Because that's a lot of money you're dipping into it if you haven't like experienced it yet.
Somebody said it might go for PS5. I didn't see their name. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'm hoping. I imagine it will because Valve are pretty good for going multi-platform.
Christopher Hart said
that. Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Christopher Hart.
And goddamn it. Can you read out the next comment? Because I missed half at the top of it now as well.
James Rice. I've watched you guys for a long time now, but never been on for when you were live. I'm interested in if we need a new PSVR for PS5. But I think we should be okay with the old PSVR.
I think we will for the first year or two, and then we're probably going to see the next one. Possibly the last one if it doesn't do well.
Yep.
I think they're willing to give it another go. But if PSVR 2, like this is a completely different topic, but just seeing as you said it, if PSVR 2 fails, you think that's it with Sony? Sony are like, no, thank you. When it comes to VR.
Though.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it will.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they would be like, yeah, that's a lot of money to be. Yeah. Because it's going to cost a little bit more to make this next headset. They're going to put a little bit more time into it too.
I would hate for them to go back to handhelds and like drop VR. I just don't want to see them go back to handhelds.
Yeah, that'd be awful. That'd be awful.
That's it. I'd be a very sad day.
Back right on the PC train immediately.
Yeah. Goodbye, Sony. Goodbye. Even though I've been such a Sony fanboy.
Well, Jimbo, we were actually talking about this with Jimbo because he's all about that now. The PC and this Valve and the Index or the Vive, one of the headsets. Well,
it's hard to blame wanting to play like with the Knuckles controller and all that cool shit. Like
it looks so cool.
Like Boneworks, that game's out like in a few days.
That so good too,
and it's out so soon. But you could put hours and hours and hours into that game. It has a button that's just dedicated to slow motion. And it looks like you can do some cool shit.
It's like Sorrento with better graphics.
Yeah, well, man, don't bring Sorrento into this. All right, don't lower the tone. All right, Sorrento's a good game. It's fun, but it's not on that level. All right. PSVR 2 for 2022 or 2023 is my guess. I think that's a fairly realistic guess, Mister. I would agree with that, Chopped. But yeah, I don't think we've anything to say about. Well, I probably did have something to say about Half-Life, but it's gone now. You know, life is fleeting. Am I right, Decepticon? Let's jump on to Espire 1. This release.
Oh man, what a calamity!
It's been a bit of a disaster.
You
bought this. You pre-ordered this.
I bought this. I pre-ordered this. Yeah.
I had the benefits of thinking I might get a review code, so I was holding off for that when I didn't get the review code, and I'm kind of happy now that it worked out that way. So I didn't spend money on this game because Decepticon. Why? What's wrong with this game?
Because I told you.
What is wrong with this game?
I told you everything that's wrong with it. All right, well, let's see. We got bad lighting. The lighting is all messed up. The graphics are really blurry. They look like they're like low res, like PS2 graphics. It's like real blurry.
So hold on, we're looking at footage here right now, but this is from the PC version.
That is not what it looks like in the headset.
This was outsourced to an outside studio, a different company altogether, which nobody knew about until it launched.
Until the Discord.
Yeah, so sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but keep going.
It's all good. Voice commands, did I say that didn't work? Voice commands don't work. The bodies, I wasn't able to grab the bodies.
Yeah, one of the coolest looking thing in the trailers.
Yep, that doesn't work. The forced blinders at first, the forced click turning at first, that's all fixed. The options are fixed, but that's it.
So there has been
voice commands too, but that didn't get fixed.
There has been one patch or two patches.
One patch. There's going to be another patch, like probably in a couple of weeks. But they said since this first patch has come out that they'll be able to push this second patch way faster. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but now the main studio is going to help now on the PS4.
Yes, they have complete control of the game now.
But why is it that there's so many games? Well, with this and Golem now they're launching, and they shouldn't be launching the way they're launching, and it seems like it seems really like Espire is like way worse than Golem. I don't want to put Golem in the same pile as that. But Golem's making it made basic mistakes. We'll talk about Golem next, in a couple of topics or whatever.
Let's talk about that after we talk about this, so we can keep it fresh.
Oh, yeah, okay. We'll jump. But yeah, these patches that they come so close to launch, but not close enough. Like
this was really bad though. This was like Warzone-esque.
Yeah.
Like you could tell, like no one checked whatever they uploaded. They did not check it out. Like whoever pushed it out or whatever build version, because apparently at first the rumor was it was the wrong build.
I heard about that too.
Apparently it was just outsourced wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the wrong build because it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty like early. Like, it looks early.
First impressions are like hugely important, and
these terrible.
Oh, the AI, yeah, that's another thing. And we got David Segerson with another $2 dues saying, trying to help Septi's Firewall Easter egg fund.
That'll help. At $2, that'll go.
Slip Hess at $2. Slip Hess at $2. He's going to shake his hand with the $2 in his. Here you go, Hess. Put that cardboard box back in the fucking game right now. You know?
It's there. That box is there.
Well,
there's just no
it's not the same box. It's not the same box. You know? It's not the same. The same like other flat games get patches, says Christopher Hart. Look, that's true too. But if like this is a highly anticipated game, these are
completely broken. Like this was unplayable. This was unplayable. This is another game that was unplayable.
And I'm not saying that flat games don't also come out with these issues too, like fucking.
I know it was a $25 game or a $20 game.
Yeah, which is pretty high for a VR title, you know. And this is highly anticipated. Like it looks so good.
Yeah.
Look, this trailer was used to sell this to PlayStation VR owners, which is like that seems dirty.
And it's not it. Yes, it is completely not the product.
That's not it at all. Different team, different studio. Different, like
you can even see it in that first scene where you load up you're like in a box and there's a switch to the side. Yeah. If you watch GT's stream of him playing it on the Oculus, it looks incredible. If you look at like Polish Paul's stream, it looks
it's just a blur, a pixel.
It looks like you can't see it. It's black. It's literally like you cannot see the handle. It's just gone.
I made a video like a month it was a good while. It was before No Man's Sky came out. I made a video like what my top 3 PSVR games were for the rest of the year. So it was like No Man's Sky, Iron Man, Dreams. Only one of them is getting released this year as it turned out. But at the beginning of that video, I was like debating whether or not I'd put Espire 1 because it looks so good. But I said the reason why I wasn't going to do that is because I hadn't seen PSVR footage. And this is exactly why. Yep. You have to be so careful that
you're gonna have to really be asking these questions now. Like, is that PSVR footage?
You want to know what gameplay you're looking at.
Yep.
And this is why, because you'll get burnt.
Badly. Well, look at Sirento. How much of a different game it is on Quest?
Yeah, it's it's
a completely different. It's so much better. It's ridiculous.
It has so much more content, like, but it doesn't seem like that. I don't understand the limitations there.
I don't get me either. That's why I think it's still like another company that doesn't really know PlayStation, and they don't want to.
PlayStation.
They're probably doing it in house, but they're probably like, you know what I mean, another place that was like, should we outsource because we don't really know what we're doing.
Zach Wilder says, now all I have to look forward to is Iron Man VR in February. Well, look, these patches might make this game a lot better, but it's probably not going to make us as good.
I think it'll get it up to Oculus standard. I think it's basically the next patch that we're getting is the one that Oculus already got. So it's supposed to play and look identical to that after this said patch. And then there's going to be another patch after that.
I imagine there'll be patch after patch to get it to look.
It'll probably be like 2 or 3 more patches, but this next one is the one where it's like it'll basically make the game playable at least.
Was that Nick Mew who said, "Let Espire be a lesson to everyone, no matter how good a game looks, never pre-order"? He had a Decepticon. Get fucking roasted.
What happened?
You pleb.
What?
You should never. I think it was Nick. I can't remember. I didn't see the name. But yeah.
I was like, I'll get the discount. You know what I mean? It was that enticing discount.
You know what the worst thing was? Is that game was supposed to release in August. Espire was supposed to release in August.
Like,
delay after delay.
There's already a delay. I was like, how bad could it be with all these delays? You know what I mean?
They must have it was like a good sign that it got delayed. It's like, okay, they found some issues. They're going to fix them. You know. But like, imagine how bad it would have been if they had released whatever the fuck was going to be coming out in August. You know. But
even if Espire's playable, it ain't fun.
Damn.
See, I thought it was okay.
But the trailers make it look so good.
Yes, it's not what the trailer's showing at all.
Zach Wilder says, Espire is hilariously easy. I think there are only 3 missions. Damn. I heard it had like a 6 to 7 hour campaign. And then like an arcade mode type thing.
It's a lot of like small things that there isn't really like a story mode to it. It's bizarre.
Like you're a robot.
That's the other bizarre thing. Yeah.
Somebody said they dropped £300 on Fallout 76. I'm sorry. You have my sympathies. Disgusting. Disgusting. Bad taste in your mouth, I'm sure.
Jimbo, too. PSVR games that aren't sold at launch seem to die through word of mouth faster than others. Few ever bounce back.
There you go. Can we think of anything that's bounced back? I can't.
Nope. Well, Firewall. Firewall they were on a teeter-totter there for a moment.
Operation Nightfall, yeah. That
Yep.
shut the game.
There was like 3 weeks there where that game was not playable.
That was a full month. It was a full month.
It was
brutal for a full month, but thank God they...
So that may be the only one.
David Station says, it's a stealth game where you can walk up to people and smack them in the face and be all right. Yeah, the AI needs to be good if you're going to have a stealth game. Yep.
Apparently that's what they're doing in the update, though. They're going to be making... It's going to be a lot better.
On to our next disappointment, Alvo.
How about Golem?
Golem, yeah, let's jump into
Golem.
We'll talk about Alvo. We'll talk about Alvo in a bit as well. Where am I? Here, Espire 1. Let's get rid of this. And there's Golem. Chilling in the back. Chilling like a villain. So Golem.
You got this one. You got a code for this. You played before.
I got a review code for this. I had great difficulty getting to grips with the locomotion system. This is another thing where it's like, I can't believe they released it like this. Why wouldn't they give you options at least? Because it does seem like, and I can respect when a developer has a vision, like they want people to play a certain way. They had it in their heads that this like leaning forward thing was going to be super immersive, and that's fine, but give us the option to just use what we're used to, the way that we're like Skyrim has developed. Right. I think Skyrim is the standard, that's what you want, move controller games.
And I think it was a lot of motion sickness thing too, where they didn't want people walking around and looking like we want to.
I wonder, is that like a symptom of it being such an old, like it's been in development for so long, like they had these old ideas kind of like you don't want to be looking and moving at the same time, even though that's what a viewer is all about. That's what it offers.
That's the coolest part.
That's the best part.
Yeah. But some people can't handle that. Some people cannot handle that.
But in fairness to the developers, Highwire Games, they've added a patch. And this patch is like, it fixes a lot. It doesn't fix everything. It still has that click turning, I think.
Yep.
But it has fixed, like, they've added nav support.
It has turning, but it's slow.
Yeah. Dave Station says, yeah, they had nav support, which is crazy. I don't even know if I can get a nav controller if I want to right now.
$1.99 used at GameStop at the moment.
Okay. I think I'd have to travel back to 2010 to find one for purchase.
Yeah, good luck trying to find one.
I need a time machine to get
$1.99 if you can find one.
Dee's talking about that Alvo new gameplay, and we will talk about that soon.
We'll hit that. It's at the end. Alvo's towards the end.
Yeah. But yeah, Golem usually improved. You've gotten Golem since, and you're loving it.
I have, and I'm very much enjoying it. Yep.
So you haven't even played the original pre-patch Golem. You just played
because I knew it was not the control scheme that I'd be down with, so I waited. Plus the lefty thing, they didn't even have left-handed hit.
Yes.
So I had to wait.
So freaks like you can now enjoy Golem.
Yep.
Left-handed freaks, and they call it easy mode because apparently all the attacks come from the left side. And that makes it super easy to block.
I don't know. It seems like they come from both.
Well, like
both sides.
Anything's going to be hard for you because of your hamster brain. But like for a normal person, that might be easier.
For a smooth brain like you.
David Station says, if you guys have a GameStop equivalent, we actually have GameStop for now. They're cheap as hell used. Like
you got that Babbage's.
But I still think, even though if I check a GameStop, I'd have a hard time finding one because, like, how many of those was sold? Like, sweet fuck all. And most of them
in Ireland.
In Ireland, exactly. Like, I'm probably the only person who bought them Move controllers in the county I live in. Like,
the company had to ship them for you.
Especially Ned. Is that Chopped? Chopped says, well, you would think almost 4 years with PSVR, Sony would have put thumbsticks on the moves by now. I think they're just like saying, at this stage, they're like, you know what, just wait for the next one.
Yeah, they're not going to put money into controllers
not now.
X amount of people are going to buy and then use them for, what, a year, and then we got new ones again? Like, you charge us more for more controllers? Come on.
Chop says, I blame Sony for shitty control layouts on the Move games. I agree. Like, it was the old tech, but it's like what they used for the cheap. It's just old. It was cheap. That's why it was so affordable, but still. I always think GameStop is too much of a train wreck to have online inventory. Anyway, what were we saying about Golem? Way better now, Decepticon.
Way better, yeah.
What else? They're planning on adding like a few more things in the future patch. Hard mode, yeah.
I'd like a hard mode. Hard mode would be cool.
But they've described it, it's not like they're just more, like it's more health the enemies have, or you take more damage. It's like interesting scenarios where you're fighting two at the same time, or
that'd be awesome.
Like
I'd be down
unique
for that.
Things like that, where you have to maybe push them off the edge of a cliff or something like that. I can't remember exactly what they said in the patch notes, but it sounded like
it's already pretty tough. It's a tough game.
I've died plenty of times in that game. But that's part of the appeal to it, I think. You're supposed to die and then you change up your loadout, kind of, and it's kind of roguelike, a little bit like that in that way.
Slightly, yeah.
Or kind of Dark Souls-y in the way like all the enemies
the
respawn.
way the level set up is very Dark Souls-ish. Yeah. Like the shortcuts, every way leads to a certain way. You can see everything out. Like look at things, you can see where you're going to be walking in the future.
The combat it is really fun. I like the combat.
Yeah. I like that.
And it evolves really quick. I'm only still like an hour and a half in, maybe 2. And like every time I come up against a new golem, he does an extra fucking spinny attack, and it's like, oh shit, that's a new thing I have to watch out for and stuff like that. So that is really cool. Just said exactly what they said in the patch notes. Nice. Damn. I got that fucking photographic memory.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have figured out the left-handed mode.
That's true. I don't think of freaks. I don't think of you freaks, okay? Speaking of things I don't think about, Upload Viewers Showcase. Now, no disrespect on Upload Viewer.
I don't know how long it is, Pete. I've been wondering the same thing.
I've heard it's like 10-ish hours. 8 to 10, something like that, like average.
Seems like it's pretty long. Seems like you can put some time into it.
There's like a lot of collectibles, like weird.
If you want to be collecting, there's tons of. It's a collecting.
Random
game.
Junk though.
Whole lot of collecting. Yes, it's complete junk. Collect junk.
Christopher Hart asked, "Do you have a nav controller?" No, I don't.
Me either.
Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I knew more games were going to be supporting.
And using the DS4, it feels fine. Like
I've been using that.
It's fine. Yep.
But yeah. Anyway, Uploads Viewer did a Hollywood Holiday Showcase.
Which I thought I watched, but I didn't watch. I watched something else. I watched part of it. I didn't watch it. I don't know what I watched.
It's like an hour long. I skimmed through it, and then they uploaded all the trailers individually afterwards on the channel. Let me bust out my phone so I can get a list. But I was kind of disappointed by this. At least as a PS viewer. Like, I'm not interested in any of the PC stuff they were showing, obviously. What I was interested... Well, let me list out the PSVR stuff. So, Down the Rabbit Hole. Mm-hmm. That is like an Alice in Wonderland type thing. I'm kind of like...
It
looks okay. I'm not like super hyped about it or anything like that.
Nope.
Then they had a little bit of an interview with First Contact Entertainment's Damon Shabs about Solaris. That was interesting. Didn't show new gameplay. They just showed that trailer again, but he talked a little bit about how the game would work and like how you'd run over whatever you run over, the weapon, it would like swap. That's how you change your weapons. You run over these loadouts, so you can't switch between weapons. It sounds like you have to know where you're walking basically. So if you want to swap your weapon, you just run over that weapon. If you want that other weapon back, you better find out where it spawns on the map or something like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What else did he say?
Like a Quake or Doom.
Yeah. And he talked about the not the headsets, the visor. Apparently, that's where all the customization is going to be. So it's going to be super detailed or something. It's going to have a lot of information. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Solaris. Of course, it's coming to Oculus first. So once again, if you're going to be looking at that Oculus gameplay before you see that PSVR gameplay. But at least First Contact have a track record. We know how their games can look on PSVR.
And it's a different team than Firewall, so the people will still be working on... Don't be scared if like Firewall's not going to get love anymore.
There you go. Dave Station says for some reason they started with... Oh yeah, I noticed that, yeah. With 15 minutes of exclusive Firewall footage from a stage that had already been released. I had played that before they released that. Like, we had played the Gauntlet map.
Yeah, you talked about that. I heard you say that. Yeah,
he was like, oh, this is exclusive footage. And it's like, oh, we got exclusive access. I'm guessing he went there, like, weeks ago. And for whatever reason. I'm wondering as well, is that why they delayed week 5? There was a week delay there before they brought out the mid-season updates. I think maybe that might have something to do with this.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I think the timing probably got messed up there. But still, most of the people who probably watched that probably never even heard of Firewall, so that was like new to them, I guess.
Yep.
Decepticon, that Christmas tree is awesome, says
ceramic. It's a ceramic tree.
Ceramic.
From like
did you know what's ceramic?
50s.
Who said boobs? 50s. Who said boobs?
Boobs.
Sasha, don't say it, show it. Alright?
You know what? I don't have live chat on.
So the other game, Pixel Rip 1995. Looks kind of like what you expect. I'm not...
Looks cool.
I didn't play the first one.
Side-scroller, I didn't play the first one either. Looks fun.
Not too into that kind of genre, even though it's like a super unique kind of way of doing that genre, but still. Zach Wilder, I don't see Solaris coming to PSVR, at least until there are better move controllers. Well, they've said that it is. Like, if you go to their website, it's listed as PSVR. It's coming.
Yep, it'll
this
be
is going to be timed
PSVR.
Exclusive to Oculus. Chop says, have you even played the new map yet? Yeah. We played... Weren't you? Yeah, you were there. I played it with you. I played it with you for several hours, chap. My grandma had that tree, says Germ.
Everybody's grandma had that tree.
There was another game called Fuji. Very kind of family-friendly looking kind of game that doesn't really tickle my fancy too much. But I
you don't like watering plants? You don't like taking care of plants and watering? You don't even take care of your cat. Plants. What are you talking about?
I water my cat every day.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, the other one that would kind of pique my interest was Eclipse. That one was a daydream game, like a mobile VR game. Apparently, it was a very popular one, though. But you can tell from the trailer it's only like a 20-second long trailer or something like that. It does look mobile. So overall, that was it. Like, that was related to us, for PSVR owners, and I wasn't too blown away. I still think Upload VR are doing a great job by doing these kind of things, and it's cool to see developers coming to them and revealing. It reminds me of that PSVR Without Parole show that they did, their awards show. That was really cool. I like seeing stuff like that. But yeah, Decepticon always stealing from grandmas to decorate his apartments. Zach says there's no aim controller. There's no aim controller analog for Quest though. They would need to retool Solaris quite a bit. There's nothing indicating that the aim controller will be supported by Solaris. I don't think. It might just be move controllers.
Probably. Unless they're coming up with their own little device to sell to Oculus, who knows?
Maybe.
But I doubt it.
Maybe. Impulse Gear did, That's how they came along with the aim controller in the first place. But yeah, overall, Upload Viewer Showcase, nothing tickled my fancy, unfortunately. I was looking forward to this. I was expecting at least one kind of announcement or something like that to like...
Hoping some gameplay footage of Solaris, actually.
Yes, that would be nice to see too. But I guess it's probably a good way. Well, it's 2020, he said, so it's not too far away. But
a couple months, 3 months.
It's not here yet. So let's jump on to the next topic. Seeing as we're talking about Solaris, we might as well talk about Firewall and Decepticon. Firewall, interesting update this week, and not just because of the new map, contractor, weapon.
What you think about that gun?
Well, so first of all, the gun has a bug right now where if you equip the extended mag, it actually reduces the amount of ammo you can carry in the magazine by 10. And that was fucking me up a lot. I was like expecting to be able to shoot more, and then I was running out of bullets, and then I was getting killed. But what do you think about the new gun?
I dig it. I was having fun with it.
I think it looks good. I love the sounds.
I was using it most of all those rounds that we were playing.
There you go. They nerfed my loadout, says Dave Station. Yeah,
they nerfed everyone's loadouts. Everyone had that same loadout.
All right,
but that's you explained it the best. Point. Like we've had those loadouts since the start of the game.
The fact that me and Decepticon and Dave Station and everyone else had the same loadout practically is the problem.
Yes.
It's like they have all these other options.
Change
but
your shit. There's
not really options.
30 different guns that we could choose from now.
But of course, is there a new gun rising to the top? Like I hear the Volkov might be.
And I think it's going to take a little time to notice what's. Yep.
Exactly.
The news will spread, then there'll be the new OP.
But yeah,
then there'll be the more complaining.
The whole balance thing. There was a knee-jerk reaction, like on Discord and places like that.
With the one revive dart.
Yes, that's
ruffled a lot of feathers in the Discord.
Man.
I even got banned that day.
Decepticon got banned from the First Contact Entertainment Discord.
Trevor was get out.
Get lost. You know?
Get out.
How dare you criticize? How dare you talk about the revive? No. It was because he posted his album. So this greaseball over here self-promoting.
Don't promote.
In the Discord chat.
Even if it says no option or whatever it was like non-gameplay or something like that. Don't go there. That's it. You know.
Got a question from Xavier D. Is Golem going to use the nav controller? It does right now. They added that in the last patch.
We were messing with the noob tubes, but I didn't get a chance to like really fire it off. But I'm interested if they did mess with it.
What else have they changed in the game? I've heard some people saying that they might have done something with the impact grenades, but
the spread, the bullet spread at distances.
Yeah, well, that's what's fucked the Taylor CQB. Well, it's not fucked.
It's just changed it. Volkov's a little bit better
at long range, so the Taylor is still going to be good at close and mid range. And look, it's called CQB, which means close quarters, like battle. So it's not meant to be like a great long range weapon, I guess.
It seemed like that new the Reg 8, the new one, had a decent like firepower to it.
Yes, but the trade off with that is that it has like the lower capacity,
lower bullets. Yep.
Even though part of that is to do with a glitch, I think, but still. Is that the new king? The Reg 8? Don't know. Yes, nobody knows. Yes, what's the new strat? Is Russian still a valid tactic now that there's only one revive dart?
And that too.
You know,
that'll definitely slow that down.
Nobody knows. Yes, like it should in theory. These are changes I love.
You know, people still do it. You know, I mean, people are still going to play how they play. You know
you can still equip that extra dose skill for that. Get your second dart back. So there's still ways around it. Of course, that will mean you'll have to give up another skill. But if you really want to rush, you can still rush. It's just less OP now. You know, it's less guaranteed for success. Well, it was never guaranteed, but you know, it gives people more of a chance to set up the defense because there was nothing worse than. You're wasting time trying to find a jammer spot, and then by the time you've planted your jammer, you look up and you're dead.
You have no time. Yeah. No time to even do anything.
Yeah. So in that way, it's nice. And I want to see even more measures added to slow the game down a little bit, you know, in terms of...
wires or something.
Yeah, or even, I know what I'd like to see is
that nerve gas.
How about a timer where, like, the defenders are allowed to move around their area for 30 seconds or so before the attackers can go anywhere.
I don't know about that.
Just something like, just to give more like preparation for defenders. We're going to need a medic role, says Chap. Well, there you go. Now you have like designated roles coming into it. Like maybe there's going to be some more strategy. Like, hey, I'm going to be the medic for this.
One person fall back as medic.
Maybe I'm going to hack the cameras and guide you and stuff like that. You know, the nav controllers are around $1 or $5 on eBay.
They're cheap.
Dollar. Me love you long time.
Racist.
But yeah. They've changed the audio Decepticon. And for the weapons. Have you noticed that?
Did they make it beefier?
Beefier Decepticon. You seem
Did they beef up that bass?
Change the EQ or whatever.
Yeah, I think you just changed the EQ. I don't know if they re-recorded the sounds or not.
Exactly. Dave Station... That's exactly what I was thinking of in my head. I couldn't think of the game, but Overwatch, they locked the attackers in a room, so the defenders are able to do their thing until the attack, or after the timer goes, and then the attackers can go and do their shit. So that would be nice, something like that.
Racist. See,
maybe not that extreme because the defenders were able to go right up to the door, but you know, racist. There you go. It wouldn't be a stream without racism accusations flying around.
Someone being racist.
So you mentioned the nerve gas mines. That's something that didn't make it into the patch. I'm guessing next season we'll probably see that.
Probably.
I've seen Frank Sensei on Discord.
Seems like if there's a mention of something, it eventually makes its way in there.
Gets in.
Yep.
But I've seen Frank saying that they just couldn't get it perfect in time, so that's why it's pushed back. There was my biro. But that's fine. I got another one. And lastly, double XP. I think it's a week. Did I read that right?
A week?
December 3rd to December 9th.
Damn.
Did I misread that? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
A giving week.
Because that seems like a really... They've never done that before. It's only been weekends. So please correct me.
Maybe they want them for newer players after the Black Friday sales of headsets.
Hold on a sec. Who's that? D says, don't defenders already have the advantage in Firewall? It depends.
Do they?
They don't when it comes to like Russian. Like if they don't have time to set up their defense. Not really. Otherwise it's kind of even. Or the only time a defender has the benefit is when they're in like the passport office or like something that's really easy to defend. Ice Goddess Rukia. There you go. Rukia knows what's up. I hope the driving's coming along well, Rukia.
Drive.
Drive Club. Drive Club VR Decepticon. That's what you should be playing, Rukia.
No, I've never played it.
Oh, you would get sick.
Not now.
P. Hawkins.
I'll handle it.
Does anyone really need XP anymore? You know what? The top players are the ones who are excited about double XP because that means they get to have like an extra boost because it's all XP now. That's how the rankings are done.
Dave Station at 50. Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Dave. Get that Thunder revolver.
Goodness.
Is level 45 the bitch? It was level 46. There's one of them that's like ridiculously hard to get out of.
45 and 46 for a while.
Yeah. And then like 7, 8, 9, they're like less XP. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah.
You don't win anything. You don't even get a sound.
But Firewall today is a lot easier to grind an XP, like get crypto and shit like that, than it was at launch. There's a lot more ways to earn stuff. They should do a thing where you can bet crypto before your match. Yes, I'd love that piece. You could do that in Black Ops. Like Black Ops had its own little currency in the game, and you could play these like gun games and sticks and stones and stuff like that. I love that.
We all have other stuff to play.
Devastation.
We all have other stuff.
But the problem with that is we play these other things, and it's like, damn, this isn't Firewall. And you throw it in the trash, and you go back to Firewall. That's how it is. D's the Game Cat says, lol, I've been level 45 for a year. Exact. Well, there you go.
See?
There you go. You can't escape level 45. Danny Parker is here. How you doing, Danny? Welcome. Putting off beating this Jedi
Danny
game
has a question.
He
walked in the room and he's got a question already. He raised his hand instantly when he walked in.
You know what? It's not the fax machine time, but
here, good question.
I'm willing to break the rules and answer your question. That leaderboard is so silly. Should be kill death or something, but it's XP. Yeah, exactly. XP is not like a measure of skill. It's just a measure of how much time you've been putting into the game. That's not to say now that those top 10 or whatever wouldn't absolutely fucking wreck me consistently, because they would. But yeah.
The max kill death ratio was like 5-3, like a high 3,
I think it was
high 5.
3 something.
Something ridiculous.
Danny says, how do you clean your tips? And brackets beside a PS4, which is confusing me completely.
A little rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, rubbing alcohol. Rub. Just rub.
A little disinfectant. Touch that 99% antibacterial,
there you go.
Rub around.
You heard it here first. Okay. Clean your tip, Danny.
Clean that tip.
Clean, please. So we can move on. We're skipping Golem. We did it already. Oh, how do you clean the aim controller tip? You just suck us, put it in your mouth, get your tongue like that, and clean it that way. Have you ever seen a reptile cleaning its own eyeball with its tongue? It's like that. That's what you do.
But we'll talk about reptilians in a moment.
We will be talking about reptilians. So I'm glad Pete is here. Pete, hang around for the reptile thing, all right?
We need you, Pete.
So you all played Firewall on another account to pawn noobs at level 1. I'm not like that, Pete. I'm not like that. I would never do that. Only a reptile would do that piece. Alright. Works well for tips and carbon on gun lights, says Jerm Vorf. Carbon on gun lights? Can you make sense of that? I can't.
It's carbon on gun lights.
Just take a shower, you filthy animal. I'm not bringing my aim controller into the shower, Rukia. Don't be ridiculous. It's already damaged. Anyway, that's it for Firewall. Let's move on to Touring Karts, Decepticon.
Touring Karts.
Because Touring Karts is coming
Motor
out.
Race.
It's coming
Race
out.
Mayhem X.5.
So,
what's
the
other
one?
Dash Racing.
Okay, so.
What else is there?
Well, I think there's 3 that we know of.
It's like a motorcycle racing game coming out, too. I forgot to mention that.
Just don't overwhelm me, all right? I'm being overwhelmed right now, okay? Let me just start with Touring Karts, which is the one I'm playing the video of on the screen here. This is coming on the 12th of December, and it is now, well, it's like less than 2 weeks, okay? We've talked about Touring Karts and Dash Dash in the past, and how they're so similar kind of looking, and we've been wondering which is the one that's going to win. But now all of a sudden,
the best.
Now that we have a date for Touring Karts, I'm wondering, does it matter which is better? Is it what's more important, which comes out first? Because now this is going to beat Dash Dash to the punch. People who are eager for a kart game going to buy this one. And I was like, well, do I really need Dash Dash 2? You know, is Dash Dash going to lose out for?
Is there just going to be one?
Second?
You know, well, is it the community only going to choose one too?
They're so similar. But they're so similar. Like
they're all similar. They're all the same game.
You could confuse them as being the same game. And can you really play 2 of them? Like especially with. Oh, well,
that's what I mean. The community's going to choose one. We can play any of them, but the community's only going to choose one.
Does this have crossplay? I can't remember. I know Mini Moser does.
So. But I think that's only crossplay like between flat and VR, okay. Not headsets.
I see.
Yeah.
Christopher Hart is going to get both. You're going to get both, but you're probably going to find that one is better,
right?
Maybe, and then you're going to stick to that.
And that's what the community will do.
But if we don't see Dash Dash until 2020, are we just going to
maybe playing Touring Karts? That's the one. You know what I mean? Whoever's comes out first. Maybe
but Touring Karts does look good. Like it looks like it has tons of options and content, and there's like 4 different ways to play it. The hands look
better too. It looks like it's a better control scheme.
5XL's here. How you doing? And he's getting Touring Karts. And damn, I missed that comment from, was it D's? It's like having Crash Team Racing and then buying Team Sonic Racing.
That's what it seems like. That's the appeal to a lot of people is they can connect their wheel. It's got the wheel support.
So let's talk about then briefly Mini Moser. So we finally saw a gameplay of that. I can't show the clip. Well, it's on GT's channel. So I didn't want to risk taking the clip without asking his permission. So check that out to see the clip.
He's good, dude.
He's got an exclusive clip of
subscribe to his channel.
It's very short. Ding the bell. You know, he's a geezer, as they say on the streets of London.
Is that what they say?
But there's one cool thing about Mini Moser. I hate the name of that game. It's like a tongue twister for me.
Mini Motor Race.
If you play that in first person with the Move controller, it's like the wheel follows you around, if you know what I mean. It's not fixed in one location. I love that. I love that idea because, like, let's say, for example, No Man's Sky, you hold the joystick, it's in one fixed location, and then after 5 minutes, you look down, your hand is like a fucking meter away from the stick, if you know what I mean. This way, the thing is following you around. The wheel is following you around.
There. Yep.
So you turn left and right, whatever. I like that a lot. That's a good idea. 5XL says, I'll be using my wheel. Yeah, well, Touring Karts is so... And I think I saw a tweet where it had like 150 hours worth of content.
There's insane amounts of tracks, too. And they're going to keep adding tracks as well.
Can't see any of them being better than Wipeout, says Deej. It's a good point. Wipeout is class. But this has like more...
The hands-on thing. This is like...
It's more VR. This is built for VR, you know? This is ground up VR, whereas Wipeout is that port, you know, which, so there's a chance that Touring Kart might feel a lot better than you'd expect. Because looking at it now, it's kind of slow looking compared to Wipeout.
That's interesting, too, that clip of them playing it where it was like a sickness mode, where if you didn't want to be full VR, you're still in VR, but you could play the game on a flat screen.
It's like you're in an arcade or something, like a virtual arcade. That's a really good idea, yeah. Well, I love the way you can pick up the power-ups like a chicken or something and just throw it at the end. And that's
put your hand up.
Really, really cool.
I like that.
But you can do that in Dash Dash too, so they've got that going on in both games. German Vorf. Oh, also, keep in mind, PC footage we're looking at in all these games, so, you know, be careful when it comes to these games coming to PSVR. A coat of Vaseline makes for an easy cleanup. I don't want to know what German's talking about. Christopher Hart says, sounds like Touring Karts is going to be like the Crash Team Racing of VR, but Dash Dash World might be like Mario Kart. both great games, though. I think I prefer the
They
Crash.
both look fun. It just depends on what the community is going to choose. What are they going to pick?
It's possible
There'll only be one.
Well, it's possible that both games will not have any community.
They both die.
From my experience,
no one buys anything.
Only Firewall has a community, but I don't know.
Firewall makes a racer.
There's one VR kart racing game on PSVR right now, and it's absolute muck. It's like just trash. It was just like a cheap cash
VR carts, right?
grab.
VR carts.
It's muck. So maybe there is a lot of people out there kind of hungry for something like this. I think it looks fun.
Yep. Something with a steering wheel support at least too.
Exactly. This looks like it'd be great to stream. Just have some good game nights.
It'd be a fun stream.
Yeah.
Stream game, fun co-op against.
But yeah, I guess the main news about touring carts is that it's coming out on the 12th. So we'll find out soon enough. Hopefully I'll get a review code. They told me I will be getting one. But that was like weeks ago. So we'll see. Diddy Kong Racing for the win, says Zach. Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong Racing.
I want that kart game. You're not wrong. Only Firewall has a player base, says. God damn it. Why are the names purple? I hate that. I'm sorry. I can't read your names. I have viewer cards, says Christopher Hart. Christopher Hart, you're getting conned left and right.
Christopher
conned every day.
Getting
He's malware, I'll buy some malware. It's fine. If it's got a PlayStation logo on it.
As long as it is an Xbox.
There you go. And here's a screen of Mini Mosers, which is the other one we're talking about. This is another way you can play it. It has like this top-down view, which is like a Micro Machines style racing. I don't know if this is in VR or if that's just flat. But yeah, I guess that's another way to differentiate Mini Mosers from the other ones. But if you ask me, they all kind of look the same. So let me jump on quickly to No Man's Sky Decepticon, because yet again, an update.
Another update.
This one is called Synthesis, I think.
This one's called Ride the Creatures. Because now you can ride the animals.
Look, it does.
That's all anyone really cares.
It does a bunch of shit, like for the flat version and all this. But for VR, the one main thing that I know of that it does, it allows you to ride the creatures in VR. I don't know how you ride creatures in VR. I haven't tried it yet. I want to try it. I want to play No Man's. I want to race Decepticon and his weird creature, and stuff. Do weird things like that.
That was a good question from Jimbo at the moment. Did Christopher Hart buy Warzone?
Oh, damn, good question.
That's a real good question.
Warzone question mark?
And then Christopher Hart.
He's like, what's this? Like, let me look this up. He's just going to watch that trailer. He's like, Another one for the collection. Dave Station says, riding the animals. Fuck yeah. Have you tried it out yet, Dave? Because I'm eager to do it myself. But this is... Oh, you just feed them pellets. Yeah. Okay, and then you just let you hop on them. Okay, that sounds good. We can do that in like creative mode where you got like infinite resources and shit.
Animal racing.
But yeah, animal racing.
Make your own racing game.
Because there's some weird animals in the game. So I'd like to know if there's like differences between.
You ride them all.
If there's one that like bounces around.
There's like giant ones.
Like, yeah. That'll be class. I'd love to see that. But yeah, another thing though that we should point out is that Sean Murray, creator behind Hello Games and No Man's Sky, said that there's going to be another huge updates coming. So this Synthesis one is just like a collection of small fixes and quality of life improvements and stuff like that. But there's going to be something big coming, which is crazy. They're still supporting this game. I don't know if they're ever going to stop.
Even more stuff, all for free.
We can hope.
$7, $9 game, ridiculous.
I guess there's still no pro patch, but
still no pro patch.
Hopefully that will come, and then hopefully this other big update will add more viewer stuff because
Oh, see, you can ride giant ones. Interesting.
Oh shit! What? AJ rode some giant ones, but I haven't really seen like a huge creature in the game compared to what they showed off in the trailers, where it's like fucking brontosaurus sized things, and there was that huge sand snake, which I really wanted to see. But yeah.
David Smegerson Jr.
What?
David Smegerson Jr.
Oh,
it's going to be the name of 5XL's creature.
There you go. I like this. Somebody said something about the name Touching Tips. Can you see what they commented or who said it?
They said it's the worst show on YouTube. I don't know why I'm here.
Okay, that's fair feedback. You know, it's constructive.
I mean, who's not going to click on something with the name
Thank you for your
tips?
time. Nick, I've written some giant creatures. Pretty great. So I don't know if that's like a sexual innuendo to like real life things, or if he's talking about No Man's Sky. He rode one that was Brontosaurus size. Okay. I wouldn't mind riding a Brontosaur. You know? Do you have to climb up its tail, or you just press a button and you hop on? Or do you have to like jetpack onto it? You're going to make a habit of riding giant creatures. What about riding a tiny creature? You know? How about like a little rabbit-sized thing? Can you hop on you hop on a rabbit and bounce around? You know, mini animal
Smeggy's in the chat. Smeggy's in the chat. Oh, shit.
What you mean Smeggy's in the chat? He's always been here. What's he saying? What's he saying?
5XL can't get me out of his mind. Yeah. Can't get him out of his mind, 5XL.
You got to get out of here with that negativity. What's Pete being negative about?
What's Pete saying?
Pete's a pretty positive guy.
What's Pete saying? Do we need to bring up that reptile photo now?
You know who isn't a positive guy, Decepticon?
You?
Phil Spencer.
Oh,
this piece of work right here. This guy.
This is Christopher Hart.
Christopher Hart, come on. Join the discussion here, Chris. Right? Join the discussion here.
Is this a friend of Christopher Hart?
Sorry about that. Nick says, also I rode giant creatures in No Man's Sky. You press the right move after you feed them. Easy.
Oh, right.
Real easy.
Look at that guy here. Look at him.
Why are we talking about Phil Spencer?
First of all, right there?
That's him. What do you think? What do you think of him?
I don't like
You're sizing him up. What do you think? You meet this guy in a dark alleyway. How are you going to react? How are you going to react?
I'm exiting.
Get out of there. You know? This guy's up to no good.
Who's this nerd? I'm out.
So this guy is the head of Xbox. And Xbox, of course, about to drop Project Scarlet, which is their next generation console next year. So when he was in an interview with Survivor, he was asked about VR. And he was saying that VR will not be a focus of Scarlet because nobody is asking for that.
Nobody.
So that was a big kind of blanket statement. So
you're a nobody, Christopher Hart.
So, the oil snake salesman, says Christopher Hart. Oh, I think that was Christopher Hart anyway. But yeah. Then Shuhei Yoshida, who is of course the Sony. Well, he's got a new role now. What's his new role? It's like head of Indies or something like that. He used to be president. I think president. I don't know. But anyway, Shuhei Yoshida replied on Twitter saying, "We work hard making things, even though some people don't ask for them," or something like that, as if to say we're innovating, even though people don't know the next new thing is coming, until they try it out, So that's kind of his point. So then today there was another article where Phil Spencer replied to one of the criticisms. He was like, okay, there was a dude Paris. He is like a podcast host. I don't know much about him, but his reply was like, basically, Phil Spencer has been very dismissive of VR, and he should have worded that better and left the door open for possibility of VR support with Scarlet. And then Phil Spencer replied saying that's fair criticism. And then he was like, I played Half-Life Alyx during the summer. It's amazing. It's just not in our plans or something like that. He was like, he kind of dismissed it again a little bit. But yeah, I think Phil. Well, hold on a sec. First of all, this guy is Phil Spencer. He's the head of Xbox, right? Okay, Decepticon.
Okay.
This guy has lots of people working for him, right? Lots of numbers men, right? So they're out there. They got their bar charts. They're getting these stats. Is Phil Spencer right?
Is he?
Could he be right? He's got data. He's got big data, Decepticon, So he's got huge numbers data. Showing him this and showing him that. Can you say he's wrong for saying that?
Not in his market.
Not in his market.
They're looking at Xbox numbers and they're looking for VR numbers in Xbox. You know what I mean? There's
zero.
Doesn't look like people really want it. You know what I mean? Why would they? It's not there.
Jimbo, Half-Life Alyx will be responsible for a significant egg on Phil's face. This statement, this statement won't age well. I hope so. I hope you're right. Geisen says, "Why get the next Xbox when the next PS is coming out?" That's a good question, Geisen. But there is some sick individuals out there and some misinformed people out there.
I think when Half-Life story starts hitting people and gameplay footage and everything with those finger controllers, people are gonna be like, I want that. I want that.
But yeah, this is why I'm so happy about Half-Life, even though it's not coming for us. It's gonna do wonders for viewer, I think. I hope.
Yep. Yep.
And hopefully it will encourage more AAA developers to, give viewer another shot now that like the technology's advanced more since they tried last time,
Where's that Resident Evil 8? Where's that Resident Evil 8
I think that's a PS5 game.
Where's
that's a
that
PS5. That's where it is. I think we'll see Resident Evil Remake 3 before we see Resident Evil 8.
Is that what you think?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
No,
I hope I'm wrong.
I think we're getting an 8. I think we're getting an 8 even before 2.
What if they're wanting to wait for PSVR 2?
I don't know. I don't think they. You
don't think so?
I think we'll. That may be the last, like the sending out.
The swan song for PSVR.
Yep.
Okay. I like the sound. That's poetic. I like that. You've got me on board. Mm-hmm. I'm on board with that, Decepticon. I'm sold. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Germ Vorf says they're probably too busy working on the next Connect. Get fucking wrecked, Phil. Germ Vorf just fucking smoked you right there. All right.
See, everybody's
retire.
On the station thing too. Even Jimbo texted me. He's like, I'm getting that PC. I'm getting that headset. I need money. I'm going to be broke.
Yeah, I know.
We all want it. We all want it.
It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult watching from the sidelines, but we'll know it's coming to us at some point,
I'm waiting.
We'll have to wait a little bit longer, but we'll get there. Resident Evil 7 sold very well. Yes, it did. And it had like good numbers too for like the VR adoption. It showed they have like a stats that you can look at, like how many people played this. I think it was like 10% of all Resident Evil 7
crazy
players.
Too. There's a lot of people I talk to still that are like, I've never played that in VR. I've played the flat, but I've never played it. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, man.
How do you have that and not played it in VR?
It's so annoying when I'm watching these podcasts, also like the big podcasts, Kind of Funny or whatever, and he's like, oh, I played Resident Evil 7 in VR, and it's like, oh, I just felt so sick. I couldn't possibly do that for the whole game. And it's like, they just dismissed it. Just dismissed the whole thing. Like,
I stomached my way. I made sure I stomached my way through it. It took me way longer than what it should have. Yeah. But, man, it was well worth it. I'm
not going to lie that motion sickness isn't a thing, or simulation sickness, if you want to get technical or whatever.
It's definitely a thing.
But it's just worth getting over it,
Yep. You will, and you will. You
David
definitely will.
Station. My PC is almost 10 years old, and I use my work laptop for everything, including porn. So I have a good excuse to build a new one. There you go. I took some liberties with that comment.
That high def tentacle. You need that high def tentacle.
Wait, that's Dave Station. Did I say David Segerson?
Oh, David. I'm sorry. I was thinking David.
I don't know if I said Dave Station or not. I'm confused now. Let me get Phil out of here. Get lost, Phil. All right? Let's go back to the fucking dinosaurs. Fucking
reptile,
hit the road.
That reptilian.
What's
that other reptilian?
Not yet. Nearly. Let's talk about Alvo. So what I've got here right now is... So if you go to Alvo VR, which is their YouTube channel, they're posting these updates about how the game's coming along. And to be fair, this game is coming along quite nicely, it seems. So this video here is just like showing off how they've added hit markers. And you can also see they've added new HUD elements. And so it's very similar to Firewall now. They got the HUD at the back of the gun that's kind of floating around like that. It's looking way better than it was. Yep. Still very early days.
No more Frisbee bullets?
No more Frisbee bullets. The red dot sight functions like it should. It just looks really good. Now, well, it still kind of has that lowish budget look to it, like, like the way the enemies just drop, like they crumple or whatever. It's kind of doesn't have the polish as like a AAA. Well, if you can call Firewall AAA, it's kind of the closest thing to AAA you can get on PSVR, whatever. But I will say that Alvo's looking like it's making huge strides forward.
Small team too.
For a small team, yeah. So
yep.
Hats off to Alvo. I'm hoping they keep it up. A lot of click turning in this video, which I don't like, but it will have smooth turning. Yeah, who was that? Chopped says, is that click turn though? Fuck that, yeah. Just at the same time I realized it there too. But don't worry, this is just this person's preference, I'm guessing. Wow. That is an improvement, says Zach. Yes, it is. Looks pretty cool.
Looks alright. Yeah.
But again, not PSVR gameplay. Keep that in mind.
Still Oculus.
Yep. Still Oculus. I want to see that PSVR gameplay before I'm, completely on board. But yeah, keep an eye on that channel. Subscribe to that channel if you want to keep up to date on what they're doing with that game. Finally, PD Hawkins, if you're still here, myself and Decepticon looking for some help with identifying a reptile. I'm gonna put it on screen right here for Petey Hawkins. Petey Hawkins,
what kind of reptile is this?
What reptile is it, Petey Hawkins? Can you identify this reptile?
You're a reptilian of the year.
It has a pale face. It has green eyes with slits for pupils. I'm always amazed to see devs playing with click turning and blinders. Yeah, I wonder if there's developers out there who like just feel sick.
From what I'm hearing, making the game. It's from what I'm hearing, a lot of them devs still are like, because they don't play it enough. You know what I mean? They only play when they're making stuff.
Imagine you'd have to feel sick for your living. You know, it's like,
yeah.
Here we go.
Who is this reptilian?
Why am I doing this to me?
Pete X.
Important Pete says, Hawkins. Don't hold your
breath.
Who
is that? What kind of reptile is that?
Any ideas? Zuckersaurus is important. I think he's identified as correctly. Why are we talking about Zuckersaurus? Decepticon. Zuckerberg lizard, says Jobs. There we go. Decepticon, take the floor with this one, please.
Beat Saber. Why would you do it? I know why would you do it, because of the money. You know what I mean? I saw the money. But
Voldemort.
What happened?
This is devastation. Oh yeah,
given to the Zuck.
What does this mean for the future of Beat? What's the name of the studio?
Voldemort.
What's this mean for
Reptilian the future of Enterprises? LLC. Reptile LLC.
Zuckermucker Burger, says Chopped. Oh no, that's not Chopped. That's Christopher Hart. Sorry about that, Chopped. I can't read. They all look purple. It's like the most difficult color to read from this distance. Because I'm only getting a small screen, like a preview window. I can't make it bigger. Anyway, those are cat eyes, lol, says Peter. Oh shit, P. Hawkins. I didn't make this picture, so don't criticize me.
Right? Don't put this on me. Don't put this on me.
Damn. Could it be that he's a felinian?
That's why he's Reptile Man of the Year. We've already figured it out.
Pete Hawkins.
So he's a cat person.
Pete Hawkins knows his shit, and he's just proved it there.
Are they shadier than reptile people?
I don't know. Probably. You know, cats are assholes. But yeah.
Mr. Vince fits in that cat. I wonder if he's a friend of Mr. Vince.
So just to be clear, Facebook have acquired Beat. Is it Beat Studios their name? Beat something.
Beat Studio.
Let's go Beat Studios. The studio behind Beat Saber. I think it's like Beat is in their name. But yeah, Beat Saber is maybe the most popular viewer game that's out right now on any platform. PewDiePie is playing this game. The huge big YouTubers are playing this game. This game has mainstream.
Is PewDiePie playing this game?
Well, he has. I've seen a video of him playing this. You know, I haven't seen him play Firewall.
What are you doing watching him play stuff? Why are you watching his videos?
Well, I'm gonna watch if viewers being brought to the mainstream. I'm gonna watch that. You know, cats are only looking out for themselves. Zuckerberg game cat. Zuckerberg game cat. Oh shit, Dave. He's on your team, Dave. The Zuck is on your team. Does this mean Without Parole has been acquired?
That could be.
You've been absorbed by the Zuck?
Maybe.
Facebook.
Maybe that's what this all is.
Studios. Thank you, Christopher Hart. Pete Hawkins says, looks like Daza out of Star Trek. Yes, he does.
That's what I said, Jimbo. I said the money's still there. I think they sold too much. This game is number one on all the headsets.
Important.
I think they'll want that money. They'll want that money.
Important said he should buy First Contact Entertainment and do host migration. I think dedicated servers are coming to Firewall when they come to Solaris. That's my hope, anyway. So
are you the next Jackseptic PewDiePie Jacksepticeye?
Those guys are going to look like nothing by the time I'm done. This time next week. This time next week.
Don't hear that.
I'm going to set myself a goal. This time next week.
Done for.
This time next week, I'm going to be huge.
All right.
Okay. Massive. I'll blow up, all right? And if I'm not, I'll
end it.
You know, I'll end
the channel.
Cancelled. You know?
Just
everything
turn
cancelled.
it off.
All right? No problem. I'll do it. Decepticon, if we can be serious momentarily about this topic. All right. Well, I'm not serious, but you know, more serious than we have been so far, because we've just been laughing at a picture of Mark Zuckerberg for the last 10 minutes. So, who is this a good move for anyone? Like, who's this benefiting? Is Beat Saber 2?
It's benefiting the Beat Saber guys.
Is Beat Saber 2 coming to PS, like PlayStation VR 1 or 2 or whatever it's going to be? Is it going to be exclusive?
Probably. I don't see why it wouldn't. It just sells too much. It's like the number one game on all the things.
But Oculus do have their exclusives.
They do.
So why wouldn't?
But I still think it's too big. It's too big. It's too much. There's too much money to be sitting on the table to just be like, nah, we'll make them buy our device.
But doesn't this kind of opens the door?
Could though. He is Zuckerberg.
I mean,
he is Zuckerberg. Look at those eyeballs. You see those eyeballs?
Look at
you can't trust that man.
Look at Guitar Hero, and then look what game came after us.
Beat Saber 2, they throw like everything at you. They got a real person that comes to your house. He like swings things at you. In real life, you got to duck.
Oh, okay. Your answer Dave Station question. I didn't know what you were doing there. How would you improve the formula? I guess, well, like what they do with Guitar Hero 2, you know?
A real person. That's what I said. It comes with a real person.
There you go.
They throw things at you.
But now that it's going now that it has the potential to go exclusive, does this mean there's like new space for, like, let's say Rock Band came along after Guitar Hero, like another one?
More rights to songs.
Someone coming in, you know, like Pistol Whipped. Will they be the new PlayStation fucking Beat Saber, if you know what I mean? Will we see like more clones, more copycats?
Maybe.
You know? I don't know.
A Beat Saber only device.
Beat Saber only
made by Facebook.
Okay, I'll buy that. You know, I'll give it my personal data. I feel like they just give it years of DLC and minor updates.
That's definitely what's going to happen. Yep, it'll be the new Rock Band.
Well, look, this will get lots of DLC, but Rock Band had Rock Band 2 and 3. They will like eventually iterate it somehow. Like especially PlayStation. If it stays on PlayStation,
the blocks will be a little bit better. You know, the graphics will be a little bit better with the other ones.
We're going to get new controllers. You know, so you'll want to have
new
support
controllers
for them eventually. Get rid of the goddamn move controllers.
You got them finger grabbies. You know what I mean? You can grab them blocks now instead of slicing them.
Be more maybe slice things in different ways. You know, maybe stab boxes. Something like that. You know?
Have stabbing boxes.
Go crazy. That's it for that. I think.
Stab saber.
Decepticon.
Beat stabbing.
I'm going to put the flat image on the screen right now, even though I don't have anything prepared. Flat. So if you have something you want to talk about flat,
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you been watching that?
I don't remember. No, I watched that. I posted in the Discord. The what was it? That boxing that I watched. Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah.
You know, I watched that.
Like you've been talking about this for the last 3 or 4 flat segments now.
I've been hooked on a little Rough and Rowdy boxing for a little bit there.
Important asks a question. He says, why is number 1 game always lame? Pokemon, for example. Fortnite. Need I continue? Well, Pokemon and Fortnite, I mean, they're kind of lame in a way, but Pokemon, like, in the beginning was, like, kind of
it's kiddies, class, too. It's also children are buying those games.
But when I played that game, I was a child when I played Pokemon first, and I loved it. Like,
open the market to so many more people if it's children.
I feel like if those games weren't as popular as they were, you might not think they were as lame. It's just that you're seeing them all the time, and it's like you're sick of seeing them.
And kids are yelling to have every color and every outfit, so everybody's parent, they don't know what they're buying. They're just purchasing things, and kids are just like, get that, I need that.
Chop says,
buy that for me.
I really like Jedi Fallen Order. I'm hearing mixed things, well, mostly positive things about that game. I hear it's kind of not as polished as maybe it should be. But
I'm hearing it's good.
Yeah. But it has a very good ending, I'm told. But yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not interested in Star Wars, so I'm not going to get that game.
Me either. Me either.
Unfortunately, but I do like the direction they took, where how it's not like another Battlefield or Battlefront, where it's just like multiplayer,
Dark Souls-ish.
You know, it's got that dark. It's kind of hard as well and platforming, like Uncharted kind of look to it. But yeah, I've been watching Watchmen actually, the TV series. It's actually really good. 6 episodes in. First episode didn't hook me. Second one, bit better, but then after the third one I was kind of sold. It's very good.
Star Wars. Look at you. You've become one.
What are you talking about? I said
you turned into one.
I said Watchmen.
Oh, Watchmen. I thought you said the new Star with that Mandalorian. No. Whatever it is. Mandalorian?
No. Disgusting. Get that. I've seen that Baby Yoda everywhere. You seen that Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda's everywhere at the moment. Baby Yoda's all over the internet.
He's the new Fortnite. Baby Yoda is the new Fortnite right now. All right? I'm sick of him. I don't want to see him anymore. The Star Wars VR demo is fun on PSVR. I bought that for like $10 just for that demo, and I did enjoy it.
It was cool. Yeah, it was neat.
Still got to finish Death Stranding. I finished this, and I haven't finished the story. There's still lots of side stuff to do. But yeah, I love Death Stranding. My game of the year. My flat game of the year, anyway. Careful with that pick. The flat earthers going to be hitting the chat. Don't talk shit about flat earthers. Who's that?
He is a flat. Pumpkins is a
Zach,
flat.
are you a dirty globe head, Zach? I don't want no fucking round heads. Get these dirty round heads out of my chat. You know, sick of your nonsense. So far, Mandalorian is pretty good. I've heard it's decent. But I'm not gonna subscribe to fucking Disney just to watch it.
Disney Plus. Meh.
No, thank you. Goodbye.
A bunch of meh.
Goodbye, flat. You know. So that brings us to our last topic, which is of course the fax machine Decepticon. No. I'm gonna mute us both for the next 12-ish seconds. So shut your dirty mouth. 3, 2, 1.
It's that time again for questions and topics submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have. Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
And we're back. We're back. Fax me harder. Oh, Daddy, my ass is broke.
Whoa.
My ass is broke.
Phil just looked around the corner and was like, what was that?
Damn.
What was that? What's going on out
Got
there?
Caboosey on him.
Keep your hands off my daughter.
So, fax machine. The part of the show where we answer your topics, questions, whatever you submitted throughout the week. So let me just pull them up. Let me pull them up. Community. There we go. Oh shit! You forgot to tell me about the top 10 plays. Whatever. We'll talk about it some other time. No big deal.
Top 10 plays.
No, I went into the wrong thing. There we go.
You know the top 10 plays. You remember that?
No. First question is from Deej. 1984.
What do you want, Deej? Right. Tell us.
Is it worrying to you that majority of new PSVR games released are broken or in need of a further patch? I feel like this is the new norm. It's getting to the stage that I won't buy a game anymore unless I've seen a review from a trustworthy source. And no, IGN, you are not one of them. Keep up the good work, PP and Decepticon. Fist. Use the fist. Fist back at you, Deej. Thank you for your question.
Fist bump, Deej.
We kind of talked about this already when we were talking about Espire 1 and Golem, and I am kind of worried that it's becoming because they're getting away with this.
Out there. Getting kind of scary out there, especially with that Warzone too. That Warzone. Oh my goodness.
What I was always under the impression that Sony have this like really strict QA certification process. Obviously,
apparently not.
They don't give a shit when it comes to VR. They all get motion sick. They all get motion sick. They're like, you just let it go through. Let it go through. You know,
no one is testing anything.
You know,
they're like, yep, frames per second. That's all we're testing. All right, tip it out.
Oh, disgusting. Yeah, Deej, it is a concern, and you're very wise to stick until you wait until a trusted reviewer reviews it for you, and I recommend everyone do that.
It's a safe thing to do at the moment. Even and they're putting them discounts on the games in the very beginning to entice you to buy them.
Yes.
It is even like it's still
Insidious. It's Insidious, Chapter 4.
Yep.
All right. Disgusting. We got a question from Kaznom. I've never seen Kaznom before. His question is, where is my dad?
Well,
Decepticon, do you know where his dad is?
You could,
Decepticon knows.
Did he leave? Am I your dad? I could be your dad.
Let's get that DNA. We'll answer this. We'll follow up on this next week. We'll follow up on this next week. All right?
Me and 20. What is it? What's that company called? Me and 23. 23 and me.
I have no idea. That's probably an American thing that I wouldn't know about.
That's right.
Next question from Colombo PSVR, who is a Patreon, by the way. So if you want to be a Patreon too, check out that Patreon link below. What type of more game genre would you like to see on PSVR? So what more genres would we like to see on PSVR?
More genres.
What are we missing?
What are we missing? We are missing a bunch.
I'm going to say something.
But I don't know what.
I'm going to say something controversial here, Decepticon.
Oh, God.
We're missing... Okay, here we go. You're not going to agree with me right now.
All right.
We're missing more first-person shooters. That's what we're missing.
I think so too.
Think about it though.
Well, like
we're just playing Firewall over and over again.
Team deathmatch.
Exactly. Multiplayer first-person shooters. That's what we're missing.
Multiplayer first-person shooter is lacking hard.
It's Firewall and it's nothing else.
And that's it.
Your next competition is Honor and Duty.
Honor and Duty.
Is that it? Maybe Rec Room if you want to include the paintball.
Yeah.
Things, but yeah. Chasing the ghost cock, says Job. I forgot about ghost cock. Yeah. 5XL. I got it on Quest. Not that fun. He's talking about Espire 1. Yeah, you probably want to get it on Quest if instead of PSVR, I'm guessing. He's popped sweat out for a pack of smokes. That's 5XL. Actual legit sports games.
Sports games.
Yep. What kind of sports game would you want to see in VR though? Baseball. Baseball. Or golf.
Any of them. All of the above. Yes. All of the above. All multiplayer.
Space Junkies. Yes, that's another one. But see, I've forgotten about us. That's like
multiplayer football would be fun. Multiplayer baseball would be fun.
Any other genres? 5XL says, I want first-person stealth. Make me feel like Sam Fisher. That's what Espire 1 was supposed to be. Instead, you feel like what? What do you feel like when you play Espire 1 Decepticon?
What do I feel like?
Yeah, what do you feel?
That the game needs to be fixed. That's what I feel
That's
like.
How you feel? All right.
Like, why am I still playing this? It's got such potential when you play it, because climbing on the walls feels real cool. And then you're just like, man, this could be neat. But you just can't. You just can't. You have to wait until that update.
Who's that? Jimbo? Is that Jimbo?
Open world?
Jimbo, yeah. We need another open world game besides Skyrim. Skyrim's
that'd
great,
be cool.
but yeah.
Asgard's Wrath ported to PlayStation. That'd be nice.
More Asian girlfriend simulators, please. Who's that? Is Zach Wilder pretending to be David Segerson over there?
I think we figured it out.
David Station says, I want to play FIFA in VR and watch all the little guys run around. That could be a good way of doing it, like where you're overhead and you're kind of moving your head around like that. Yeah,
look at that.
It's a good idea.
Now, foosball table.
Yes, clever. I want GTA type shit also. I don't think we're ready for GTA type shit. Like, LA Noire is kind of the closest we can get to that open world city, but it feels so empty. You know, I think we just need more like the PS5.
You know what I always thought would be cool?
What?
Graphic novels in VR.
Ooh.
Where's our graphic novels in VR?
Kind of
Just
murder
anything.
mystery
Even,
detective stuff.
Even if the book's in front of you and things animated in the book as you turn the pages.
Are you talking about like hentai?
No, anything. Just like graphic novel, like comic book.
Graphic novel hentai where
you pick
which girlfriend.
Dead graphic novel. I'm talking about like Why the Last Man.
She gives you like
novel.
the option hand job, blow job, anal, and then you pick which option you want. Is that the kind of graphic novel? Like absolutely graphic. That's the kind of graphic, like pure graphic.
Library.
All right.
That's the David Segerson library. See.
Did you watch the World Cup in VR? BBC had the app. Was pretty damn cool. I don't think I was able to get that over here. I looked for it, but I couldn't see it. We have a graphic novel, says David
Just
Segerson.
one now.
David
That's
Segerson
it. We get
would know.
one, you know what I mean?
David Segerson would know.
That's what we were just talking about.
Some games use comic book style for cutscenes, says David Station. Tokyo Chronos. How high is this man right now? Says it might be. Okay, are we ready for another question? Have we answered that? There's lots of genres. There's
tons of games. Tons of games. We're still early in the VR game.
Good question though, Columbo. Finally, on the YouTube side, I'm gonna get to Discord questions in a sec. PSVR Nige Boy says, when are you going to do an Espire 1 vid? Don't make me watch Polish Paul.
When they fix the game. Because I was actually going to stream it that night. I was going to 12 o'clock stream that game. I loaded up. I started playing it and saw the blinders. And I sent Pumpkins a message. I said, force blinders, force click turning, not
abandon ship, code red. Code red. You know, I know what that means. He rang the red phone. I answered. I knew what it meant before I even picked up the phone.
See, we need more, though. That's what I'm talking about. We got these more. Give us more comic book games. More.
I like that idea. We also need more like blade and sorcery type stuff where the combat is actually physics based rather than like.
Yes, yeah.
I'd like that a lot. Let me get to
how about speaking of? How about Undead Citadel footage?
You sent me a link to this.
Yes.
The attacking looked a bit shit.
And how did the attacking did not look as sharp. I don't know what happened. What they did.
It looked like Skyrim.
Changed. Yes.
But the defending was good. Yeah, like
nearly as cool.
You're defending like you actually had to block the sword with your sword. I like that. That's like Golem's doing that right now. So that don't impress me much, as Shania Twain once said.
Back to the questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the questions right now. What did I call them again? Oh, it's the fax machine symbol. There we go. That makes sense. This one is from... Oh, Deej. Deej once again. He's everywhere. He posts in both formats. So he asked, thoughts on One Dart. Not currently played the new updates as I type this, but I think it's a positive step forward. GGFCE. I'm in the same boat with you right now, Deej, whereas I think it can improve the game. It can make it a bit more tactical, a bit more slower paced. Can put an end to the... Well, not put an end, but stamp out the prevalence of Russian from those top teams who are like really relying on Russian all the time. Give defense a bit more of a chance. So I kind of like it right now. But early days. Decepticon, would you be agreeing with that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Thank you, Deej, for your questions. Drop another bio. That's fine. I got another one. I think that's it. Is that just the one question?
That's it? One question?
That's one question on the Discord. So that's fine. Questions done.
What happened?
Topic done.
That's it.
Have we got any questions in the chat while we're waiting?
Any final questions?
We also lack traditional fighting games in VR. You got Tekken. You got Tekken 7, Devastation. You get to stand at the sidelines and... Oh man, it's such a terrible implementation of VR. And I love Tekken 7, but I only use that VR thing like 3 times. You can kind of perv on the character models. You can look in on them, take old biddies and their booty holes and all that stuff. But
you would know this question from Pete Hawkins.
What's this?
What PSVR game has the biggest pro patch graphical difference?
Oh shit!
Would that be Skyrim? Wasn't Skyrim's
no,
pro patch so crazy?
It did, but that didn't come until like 8 months into the game. But when it did come, it was like nice, real nice. I was like nice. But one that really stood out to me was Arizona Sunshine. The draw distance on the standard version is like trash. Like you can throw an ISOM and it vanishes before it hits the ground because it's gone like more than 3 foot in front of you, and it's like, no, thank you, not rendering that. And on Pro, you can still see it. Like that was like, it's not that it's amazing on Pro. It's just that it's absolutely shit on standard in terms of draw distance. I still like Arizona Sunshine on both formats. But yeah, that's the one that stuck out to me. There's probably a definitive answer. It's like one that's really a lot better on Pro than the other, but I haven't played it, or I just can't think of it right now. Top plays, says Chop. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, so if you go to the Discord, link in the description. I have a channel set up called Top Plays. What I'm going to be doing is taking your submissions, as long as they meet the rules. All the rules are there, pinned comment at the top. And once a month, then I will do like a top plays of January, top plays of February, December, or whatever. So yeah, if you're interested in that, head on over to the Discord, follow the rules, and we'll see if it works. We'll see if we can get the series back up. If Tekken 7 was in VR, it would be... Oh, if all of Tekken 7 was in VR, it would be great. I wouldn't want to play online in VR, though. Like, competitively, All optional VR modes for Japanese-developed games are designed to let you be a pervert. This is David Segerson.
Did you see The Shining Hotel in Dreams? Nope.
No.
Nope.
That sounds really
cool. Would that be cool in VR?
Does it have blood? Does it have the blood elevator?
Old lady in the room? In the bathtub?
Oh, man. Can you imagine that?
Creepy as hell.
Firewall tonight? I'm afraid not, Mr. Chopped. It is touch and tip nice, and I don't dabble in 2 things. I got to keep my palate cleansed.
Whoa.
I don't mix the tastes.
Firewall
I got a taste of touch and tip in my mouth right now.
10:30. No, might be a little too.
Hopefully tomorrow night, but not tonight. And I think with that we will end the stream. Decepticon, if you're good with that. GG. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for stopping by. Everyone who donated all them dollary dues for the spuds, for the babies, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Decepticon, thank you.
Great job.
Thank you for your time.
Great job.
Great job is right. You know, it always is though. Isn't it? It's always a great job.
Bye. How long was this one?
An hour and a half, I think, exactly.
Oh, look at
just one thing.
A quickie.
Just one more thing before we go. If you think you know anyone who might like this podcast, you know, feel free to share it. You know, wherever it is.
Is that what people need to do? Share it?
Don't need to. They
Keep
don't
it
need
to
to.
yourself. You know what? Keep it to yourself.
Don't tell anyone.
Show
you know?
anyone this is
I'd
embarrassing.
better not see a new name. I
It's
better not see a
embarrassing
new name
for
around
you. It's
here.
embarrassing for us.
It is. I don't. Yeah, you know what it is. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be
Shameful
seen with
event
this guy.
for all of us. This is all a shameful event.
You know what? I'm not even going to ask you how your Thanksgiving went. I completely forgot. But you know what? I was going to, and now I'm not going to.
It was good. You know,
it was just shut up.
Two giant plates of food. You know what I mean? What'd you do?
We don't celebrate that trash. We don't celebrate that trash over here, okay? It's a trash holiday for trash people. All right? Goodbye. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
So long. Bye-bye.
End stream.
Bye-bye.